Do you think that there should be mandatory DNA tests when children are born?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
No hesitation.
Not
Yes.
of course, but yeah.
I mean, now I would say that. Before I used to say, but absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I did that.
I feel like this is.
Oh, hang on. Say that again.
I actually did a DNA test because of that. Yeah, definitely.
She let you do it?
She didn't know. This is the thing. I didn't let her know that I did it. And I didn't even tell her later that I did it. But later on, it had to come out that I did. You know,
But
because
the DNA test came out.
Mummy.
no, I mean, no, I had to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I said. I'm not coming here to be personal. It's very difficult, but you got to realize that a lot of people are having this experience. So it's more of a solution basis to what we could do. And then,
Definitely.
once bitten, twice shy.
No, I agree. I feel like if there were mandatory DNA tests, there's no argument. There's no issue. The child is either yours or the child is not yours. And I think it would expose those women that love to do up, it's your baby. But it's not.
You opened your case today because a white lie you told resulted in the defendant denying your 2-year-old son, Messiah. You say you know the defendant is a good man, but he'll be a better father once the results are revealed. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. G, you say that the only reason the plaintiff is pinning the baby on you is because she knows you are a stand-up guy. However, in the case of Messiah's paternity, you will take a seat because you know you are not his father and you claim to know who is. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who's the guy at the food court?
First off, it was a coworker. I can't eat no food with a coworker at the mall. Like, really? Like, you ODing right now. I can understand we hugged up or something. Like, I can have male friends. I'm grown.
Across from each other, not side by side.
Side by side on the same side of the table.
It was your coworker?
Kevin.
Oh my God.
So, Ms. Cates, are you denying you were dating other men at the time? Are you denying it or are you just admitting it?
I was seeing him and someone else at the same time.
Well, that's the white lie then.
Yeah, that's the white lie. I'm not denying that I was in a relationship with someone else and it was just that one person. But all this other me in the club, flirting with this guy at the mall, hugged up with this guy, all of that, nah, that's a negative.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Kate versus G, when it comes to 2-year-old Messiah Cates, it has been determined by this court. Mr. G, you are not the father.
Told you so.
I'm sorry, Mr. G. I'm very sorry. I can see that hurt to hear. Can you tell the court what you're feeling in this moment?
Betrayed. This Lord. I just feel like I ain't dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good dude, man. I don't deserve that. You feel me? He don't deserve that.
And the thing is, this is the thing about
Because,
mate, I've always
you know
said
what I'm going to
this.
say? Because the problem is right there is that men always can be accused of going around having children. A woman could be sleeping around with other men and there you go.
Yeah.
So, and you're not going to bring home 2 children. So women can do it and hide it.
You know what? When I was younger, I would watch the Maury show. And women would bring on 5, 10, 11, 12 men. They'd be like, oh, this is my 20th time. This is the one. And it's like, how do you, going back to earlier, how women know when they are ovulating and when they are having sex, how do you not know who you had sex with in that 5-day span? To have, you're doing that much that you don't know who your baby father is.
I don't understand women that, how can you share your, and I'm sorry, but how can you share your body with so many people, like you're saying, in such a short space of time? It is disgusting. You don't need to stop, okay? Just stop.
But do you know what? Do you know what that? Do you know? this is one of the reasons, why, this is my personal rant now. One of the reasons why I think so many women are upset at men speaking nowadays is because men are realizing with the whole Maury show, with
Steve
Amber
Wilkos.
Heard, they're realizing just how manipulative women can be. And men generally didn't know that before. Like we thought,
I think we knew. You know what I think it is? It's when it hits home. You know, like we've all known, but when it actually happens to you.
yeah.
You know, and then you know what? Even when it happens to you, it's what levels. Because again, if it wasn't because of my daughter's sake, I might have just because it's like that whole thing obsession. Men can't be obsessive, but women can be obsessive, and it's accepted.
That's very
But
interesting.
I am
You
going
see?
to flip it. I am going to flip it. On these shows, you do see these men that come on. It's not my baby. It's not mine. It's not mine. The child looks like
Oh, that's
you.
the silly
The
man.
A
first
child looking like
second
someone, it's
No, but
subjective.
It turns out to actually be
Be
their
his
kids
age.
too.
Yeah.
So it's like you had a relationship with the woman, but because you weren't truly in love with her, you didn't respect her, you didn't care for her,
So-
you didn't want the child to be yours. So you demonized the woman and made it seem like, oh, she's sleeping around, she's doing
No.
this, she's doing that, and then it ended up to be your
No,
child.
I believe a lot of women fool themselves into believing that they're actually in relationships with men and they're just getting
Yeah,
dicked down.
why are they picking these men? Like it's on you who
They
you
say,
pick.
don't convince yourself.
No, but the men do their
Speaking to the
best. The men do their best to basically get the women to a stage where it's like, she really likes me. Men like to chase. They chase, and then when they discard.
No, girls ignore red flags all the goddamn time. We
Tell them,
know
Pearl.
we know
I
first
can
3
agree with
dates
that.
that this man's a player, and we keep going after him, and then we go to the internet and we cry boo hoo, poor me. I'm in this situation with the man that I picked.
No, but
And he had
if
7
you're
children before.
if you're a halfway attractive woman, you can date a million different
what?
guys.
That's very true.
Remember, guys pick. They pick. So when a woman likes a guy, it's like
No, women are in
women
control of
pick.
sex.
Women are in control of the
Women are in
women
control of
pick.
sex.
Women do pick.
Women pick, men don't
do
pick.
pick.
Wait. Women control access to sex. Men control access to relationships.
Thank
so you are
you.
picking the man, and he's only picking whether he wants to be in a relationship once you've made the decision that, oh, I'm going to allow this man to have sexual access.
Never thought of it like that.
And that's why
See,
there's not
Yeah.
gonna be no
and
sexual
as my
access.
grandma would say, moreover, it goes back to what everyone said earlier
Man like
about
ish.
you have that. If you have all them doubts, I think Pearl was even saying, if you had that doubt, you don't have to have that child. So even if he's doing these things you're in, you don't have to have that child. I know everyone's got different reasons of getting rid of a child, but I'm trying to say you still have that power.
I just can't get with this like the victim mentality. I feel like as a woman, who we pick is our own fault, and the situations we get into are our own fault because
But
we
you
pick
know
the
what?
guys.
With men,
We
if you're
forget that-
sleeping with a woman and she gets pregnant or she
Can I just
No, but
Can I just say
it's
Hang on.
not the same. It's not the same with a man because as a woman, if we get pregnant, we have the option to not be a mother. That is a choice. They don't get that
he's also
choice.
choosing where he ejaculates his
Yeah, but
sperm
can I-
Into a
Bareback
condom that we can
too.
take.
No, but
into
there's
a
guys that will do it
there is
bareback and
there
they
is
don't-
there is always a fail-safe option for women. Even if we get pregnant by the wrong guy, we can get half his income. But men don't have that option. And if they do, it's an exception and it's not the rule.
And you know what it ties into, but what I'm seeing is
That
because
we
there's that
pick,
thing
that we pick.
do you know what it is? There's that thing where, cause you see, you don't realize the fact some women want women on their own selfish gains.
Yeah.
Want that child on their own selfish gains. And I think what Pearl is actually highlighting there, you still have the option. So all those doubts you have with a man, you don't have to have that child. You can control if I have a condom. If anything goes wrong, what I can get the next day to prevent that.
IUD.
Yeah, but
So-
Like I
I'll
said,
add
hang on.
something.
Like I said, being head of security for your own vagina, means anything that goes inside is on you.
But can I just add before anyone says anything else? Women use it as power play. So they don't have any control over men other than that. Men have financial power. They have power over women in the sense of if she's attracted to you.
Speaking to the mic.
Sorry, if she's attracted to you and you're not attracted to her, she might still pursue. But having the man's baby is having control over his whole life forever. And that's something that a lot of women like to do. So regardless if she likes you or not, if she thinks you're a bum, she hates you now,
she has control of your whole life because she has your child. She has control of your emotions because she has your child. She has control of your finances because she has your child. Do you see how it works?
But hear what? You see all of that control stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
When you really take it into context, it becomes painful for the woman because now you also have to look after a child. If you've chosen to be in a situation because
should have thought about that.
Yeah, it's the consequence.
That's my
It's
point.
the consequence of your own actions.
Yeah, there's that's what I'm trying to say.
But you still want the child, but you can still see. But women know you can still get out. Like we don't live in a society that it's a downer if you get a child because
Not all
the
women
single
get that help.
No, I'm not saying you.
Listen, you live in a society where if you're a single mother, they will give you a house, they will give you money, they will literally clothe your children. Like this is the society that we live in. If women can have a child and benefit from having that child financially.
No.
A man having a child does not benefit financially from having that child.
If that benefit that you're talking about, sorry, pal, but that benefit that you're talking about, right? The woman will get the house, she'll get the benefits, she'll get whatever it is that's given to her. But is it enough to give that child a decent quality of life?
What does the man get? What does the man get?
He gets to go on with his life. He gets to choose whether he stays or not.
I'm saying
no, but he does though because if he doesn't want to
he's
be
hooked
there
for child support
goes.
for 18
No, that's
years.
not. You're right.
No, but some of them.
That's the exception. But you're looking for the exception rather than the rule. Where are the men's shelters? There's a million women's shelters. Where are the men's shelters?
We don't have them.
No.
Women's shelters. There's women's shelters.
As well,
yes. But the women's shelters, are they really helping the women as well?
They don't. It doesn't matter about that.
The point is women get bailed out for poor decisions. They either either made a bad decision in who they picked, or they made a bad or they got themselves into a situation that they shouldn't have been in.
But what
Pearl, hang on, guys. Pearl, do you know what happens to men that make bad decisions?
They deal
end
with
up
the
homeless.
consequences. Yeah.
Look,
they're on the streets.
I've just told you, sit there in the 20-25K and see my own daughter. What I'm saying, the mum went to court and didn't have to pay now because she went crying and went to what's those women's
shows?
The organisation, no, but there's a particular one. Is it GIAI or?
I don't know.
Well, basically, it's women. Basically, you can get legal aid. So women get legal aid. Even men don't get legal aid.
I don't get legal aid.
No, I'm not saying. No. I'm not saying you may not got illegal aid, but you know a lot of women that have got legal aid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I mean. Do you know any men that got legal aid?
There are some men that can get legal aid.
Do you know any men that have got legal aid? No.
And if a man does want to get legal aid, it's harder for them. There's more stuff. There's more stuff for women.
Do you know what they're saying?
What they're saying is there's more
they're saying,
stuff.
why aren't you working, my friend?
Yes.
You need to go and get it for yourself.
Yep. No,
women get.
the man is not working.
Hang on. Women get. You know what? She's gonna need some help. She's gonna need some assistance. Let's give it to her.
No,
men don't get that generally in society.
No.
The thing is, I'm not saying we should or shouldn't. I'm saying men have been able to suck it up and generally get on with it. They have. But the thing is, women can be expected to get some assistance.
It's not expectation. It's to do with.
You just said it yourself.
It's to
allowed to speak.
One speaker
at a time.
It's
Go on.
to do with your income. So if a woman is on low income, she will get legal aid. If a man is on low income, he will get legal aid.
Do you know any men who get legal aid?
I don't know any men that get legal aid, but
saying.
I know men who are entitled to legal aid because they don't have jobs and because they're on benefits. However, the issue is that men have the option to go and work because they don't have the full responsibility of the child. The woman has no choice but to stay at home and take the benefits.
Which is why you should stay with your man.